Let's go for it.
Awesome. Hey, this is Anna Christina and Dr. Bob Bray. He is my friend and colleague. He's in California. I'm in Colorado. We met in California at a conference, correct, Bob?
Yes, it was a NOVA conference, yeah.
Yes, and just totally hit it off with Bob, and we've had some continuing conversations. I wanted to share some of the tools that he has to help you get rid of yucky, crappy feelings. So when you have a bad day, for my first responders, when you have a really piss poor call and you're having trouble getting yourself back, for the next call type of thing, this tool is phenomenal. He actually worked it with me at the conference. We just totally hit it off in the middle of this massive ballroom. So I wanted to share this with you. He is a phenomenal resource that is available for you. So we're going to just ask him some questions today. It's kind of going to be an interview, and he's actually going to show you the tool, which is awesome.
Yep.
So Bob, would you just give us a 10,000-foot introduction to this tool? Give us a tiny bit of background on yourself, and then give us the introduction on the tool, and then we can move it to you doing it on me. Then we'll give everybody your contact information.
Okay.
Okay.
So first, I want to say thank you for allowing me to reach out and to reach more people. I mean, my mission in life these days is to reduce suffering in the world by helping people understand how to use thought field therapy to eliminate the overwhelming emotional distress associated with past events or fears of the future.
Okay.
And so when we talk about the yucky feeling, it really is about what your experience is in the world. And we know how we are in the world through our bodies, by the sensations, by the feelings that we have, by the perceptions that we have. And what I know, because I've been doing thought field therapy for 20 years, I've been working in the field of traumatic stress recovery for over 40 years in one form or another.
Okay.
The biggest problem is that when people are trying to recover from past events, is that if they get triggered into that experience again, it feels like it's happening again. It's not like it's a memory. A memory is something you can pull up and you can look at, and you can think about it, and you can talk about it. And when you're done with that, you put it away. But the problem with this is when you get triggered it's like it's happening again. And you feel it that way, and you can't just put it away. And so that's when you talk about the yucky feeling, we're really talking about what your experience is as you recall these events from the past.
Okay.
So I'm always it's a little uncertain as to how much to go into this stuff, because, I got 5 days of training right here.
Absolutely. So I so much appreciate you just being here for my people, right? My groups, the people that I care about. I just so much appreciate you being willing to take time out of your busy schedule, literally as a doctor, right? And helping us with these tools. So I appreciate it.
And I appreciate so much what you do, because part of what I do is my specialty is traumatic stress recovery, and I do a lot of work with first responders also, especially those that have become overwhelmed by some event that's gone on in their lives. And so I'm a trainer for the International Critical Incident Stress Foundation. I do trainings all over the country, and so anytime I have a chance to reach out to people who work in this field by helping others, whether they're a first responder, whether they're a coach, whether they're just someone trying to help a friend, I love doing this.
That's awesome.
I appreciate you doing it. So let's talk about enough of jabbering.
Let's do it. Let's jump in.
Let's do something. Okay.
Let's do something.
Here's the way this works. It's called thought field therapy. So what I would ask you to do, and you can do this as I'm doing it with Christina. It won't hurt you. There's no harm recorded from ever having done this. Either it works or it does nothing at all. So we would just start by saying, think of an event in the past that when you call it up, that you notice that there's some unfinished business or some feeling in your body. And that, because a lot of times we do a lot of work to resolve things, but still even after all that work, whenever it comes up, we feel something.
So does it have to to be a specific. Let me ask you, specific incidents? What if it's with one person? Do you think about the person or the specific incident?
Well, what I would say to you, Christina, is I would say, think about that person.
Okay.
And then what will happen is it'll pop into your head will be that event.
Okay, let's do it.
So you've got an event, right? Now, as you think about that event, notice what you feel in your body. Now, we don't have to rate it, but it's a way to communicate what's going on. So I would ask you to notice what you feel in your body, and then I'm going to ask you to rate the discomfort that creates, the tightness, the tension.
So for me, it came up immediately in my chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wish it was lower because I've done a lot of work on it, just like you just said. I've done
Yeah.
a lot of work on it, emotional, spiritual, mental, physical work on it. And it's still, I feel it right here, and I would say it's about at least 5 or 6.
The worst you can imagine.
Probably a 5 or 6, which is interesting.
So that's all you need to do.
Okay.
Now, it's a non-cognitive technique. So once you tune to that thought, all you need to do is start by tapping on the side of your hand.
Okay.
Now, these are meridian treatment points that we're stimulating by tapping. Now, tap under your nose, right on the upper lip. Now, tap at the beginning of either eyebrow, right in the center line of the face. Yeah, to one side or the other there. Good. And then you're going to tap under your eye, right on the orbital bone. A little closer, Anna Christine. That's good. And then you're going to tap under your arm in the middle of your rib cage. With women, we usually say about where your bra comes across your ribs.
Okay.
And then you're going to tap underneath the collarbone. And to get there, go to the notch of your throat, go down an inch, and go over an inch or two. Either way.
We're practicing, guys. We're practicing.
Yes. Now tap on your index finger between your last knuckle and the bed of the nail.
Between the last knuckle and the bed of the nail.
Right. And you're tapping there. And then tap under the collarbone.
Under the collarbone.
And then you're going to tap on the tiny finger.
I'm tapping on my tiny finger.
Towards your thumb.
Towards my thumb. Oh, on the inside of my tiny finger. The inside of my pinky.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Under the collarbone.
And my collarbone.
Okay. Now, then we're going to do the next part, which is called the 9 gamut series. And we call it that because we're going to tap right here, the gamut spot between the ring finger and the pinky finger. Knuckles about 1/2 inch towards the wrist. Start tapping there, keep tapping, and while you're tapping, close your eyes for a moment. Now open your eyes. Now with your eyes just looking down to your left, just with your eyes.
Just my eyes, not my whole head.
No, you don't need to. And then down into your right.
Down into my right.
Right. Now here's the tricky part. Whirl your eyes in a big circle all the way in one direction. Oh, you do that very well. Now whirl them back the other way.
Oh, good. My goodness.
All right, now hum any tune. Now count out loud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Now we're going to repeat the tapping we did side of hand.
We're repeating. Now we're doing better because we already practiced this. Yes, we're doing it.
Yes, it's always easier the second time.
It's always easier the second time.
Beginning of the eyebrow.
Oh, up here?
Under the eye, right
under
on the
bone. A little bit closer to my nose, right?
Under the arm.
Under my arm.
Middle of the rib cage. Then under the collarbone.
Under my collarbone.
Index finger.
Index finger.
Collarbone.
Collarbone.
Tiny finger.
I kind of feel like Simon Says, Dr. Bray.
It works that way. It's great to do this with kids. They just play right along.
I bet they just love it.
Now stop for a second. Now, I'm going to take you back to where you started, which was think of that person.
Think of that person.
Think of that event.
Think of that event.
And notice what you feel in your body. You're looking for it now, aren't you?
I'm looking for it. It's not
you can't find it.
Straight up, it's not there like it was at all. Like I'm looking for it, and it's not there.
Right. And that's the way you want it to be. You want it to be that you can have your memories. This won't affect the memory, but it becomes a memory that you're in control of, just like you're looking at a picture. You can look at it or you can put it away. Same thing.
Amazing.
Right. So, and you can use it in any number of settings. This is the most standard form. This is what we call the crisis tapping pattern. You can get it easily. The easiest way to do it is go to my website, rlbray,
rlbray.com. rlbray.com.
Right. And what you'll find there on my website is there'll be a place that says try TFT. That'll take you to a video.
Okay.
Of me doing just what I did here with you.
Okay.
It's the same kind of thing. And, you know, and then if you also want on my website, if you go to the bottom of the website, you'll see a link to the Apple Store. There is an Apple app that you can download, and if you hit the Red Cross button, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything, just for the Red Cross button, and it'll be the same tapping that we just did here. So there's lots of ways to get it. You can
That's
get it.
Amazing. That's amazing.
And it's called thought field therapy. It's the original meridian stimulation treatment.
I'm trying to think of a different name. Thought field therapy. So terrific feelings today.
Yes, I like it.
Okay.
Terrific feelings today. Yes.
I have a few questions for you.
Yes.
You're in California.
Yeah.
Do you work online with professionals across state lines?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just have to tell you that the only limitation is that in California, I'm a licensed clinical social worker. So I have a mental health license. And so I can charge insurance companies in California when I'm working with people post-traumatic stress or things like that.
Okay.
When I'm in another state, I'm not licensed. So I can't charge insurance companies. And, you know, it's...
Would that be a self-pay situation?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna have to pay.
And do you do sessions like somebody? Would you be willing? Okay, would you be willing to do, like, if somebody here that's watching us right now says, I just want to ask him some questions? Do you do some sort of a quick complimentary phone call or email?
I mean, if you have a question, just send me an email, rlbray@rlbray.com.
Perfect. Like, do you work with these kinds of issues? How do you think you could help me, right?
Have you had experience with this or that?
Perfect.
You know, and the other thing is that if, you know, again, I want people to understand and know how it works. If there's anybody in your network that you're working with that you think it might be interesting to do another video call like this, where there'd be the three of us, because you know what they're working on and you know what they can help with. We can do 10 minutes with them just to show them what TFT can do to help them with using all of these great resilience tools that you're teaching them. What stops them from using them? Mostly you get caught up in the feeling and you got to move away from it. But if you can deal with the feeling another way, you got another way to approach the problem.
Yep. And then you can go back to your problem solving and taking action. Perfect. Right. You mentioned traumatic stress recovery.
Yes.
So I would like to know, do you work specifically with PTSD situations?
Yes.
You work with that on top of anything else, but you do work with PTSD.
Oh yeah. Okay. I have a lot of experience. That's my specialty. I've been doing everything from children who were abused, you know, severely, and they grow up and they're still struggling with it, to one-time events. You know, go to a community disaster situation and somebody gets overwhelmed. Okay, here's something that you can do to help yourself right now.
Okay.
It's the full range.
That sounds good. Tell me, we're going low tech. We're going low tech right now because we just decided to do this interview, right? Yeah. So I want you to speak out your website, speak out your email address, and speak out your phone number, please.
Okay. So it's www.rlbray.com.
Okay.
And my email is easy. It's rlbray@rlbray.com.
Wow. Okay.
Simple. And the best way to reach me is 619-283-1116. And that's my office. And that's the probably the best way to get hold of somebody.
Okay, this is how low tech we're going right now.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
rlbray.com is the website that you can go to. rlbray@rlbray.com is his email. And I just think this is funny. Okay, I do. I just think it's
Yeah, I know. I love it.
So the best number is 619-283-1116. Let me get my announcer's voice on. 619-283-1116. Okay?
Well done.
So cool. This is awesome. Thank you so much for teaching us these tools. This is awesome. Yeah, this is great. So people can reach you for questions. People can reach you for a session. You would let them know what it might look like for them, because I think you told me before too, you can also do multiple sessions for people depending on the situation.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
You would talk to them and then you'd work that out.
There's all kinds of things can be done, and and I hope that if there's anybody in your community that can use this or had just tried it with us, please pass the feedback along. Did it help? Didn't it help? And I'm really interested if it didn't help, what we need to do that would.
That's awesome. So listen, you can either get a hold of Dr. Bray, or you can PM me, you can email me, you can call me. So thank you so much. So this is Dr. Robert Bray in California. This is Anna Christina with Radically Resilient. Up your game, raise your happy, get your life back. It's all about the tools. Thank you so much.
Thank you.